All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Early Morning Crypto Talk. Bitcoin Brandon from Los Angeles, California. Let's do a quick temperature check here. 54 degrees in California, partly cloudy. High will be 68 degrees, and we are preparing for a winter storm because tomorrow it's going to start raining. That's right. Storm Watch 2019. California is going to rain. I'm just playing. I'm just joking. I know. Half the country is freezing. It's going to get worse tomorrow. We're praying for all of you out there. I wish I could send some of our heat your way, and I am keeping my butt right here in Los Angeles. Anyways, welcome everybody. Early Morning Crypto Talk. Stay warm out there. Go ahead and type in the chat box where you're listening in from. Put a thumbs up button in the YouTube box. Let's see, we've got Bethany Gibbs from Seattle, Eldridge, Linda Reuter from Graham, Tommy, New Jersey, Latifa from Delaware. That's right, Eldridge. This is Wednesday, Gardner Day here. Andrea Bernard, New Jersey. Rohan Johnson, ATL. Cleve Stewart, New York City. Gina Muhammad, talking about 17 degrees tomorrow. Heck no. I saw in Chicago. Talking about it's going to be colder than Antarctica? What? See, when we settle, why didn't y'all just keep moving west? We don't do well in the cold. JJ from London, England. As a disclaimer, I'm not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I read the news, give my opinion, share suggestions, and it is up to you to make an informed decision on which direction you want to move into. There's 4 rules I live by in the crypto space to have success. Rule number 1, education is key. Education is everything. Rule number 2, never invest money that you cannot afford to lose. Rule number 3, always get your return on investment back as fast as possible. And rule number 4, where do you see yourself in 3 months, 6 months, a year from now? What vehicle are you choosing to use to make that happen? Make a decision, take action, remain focused, and do not get distracted. There's so many things out there that can distract you in this space. You have limited resources. Now, this is not going to guarantee you success, but it will at least minimize your risk. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the most that we can ask for. So let's go ahead in to the news today. If you can't tell, I am excited today. Today has been a long time coming from a lot of different fronts. I'm real excited today, which I will share besides the articles. But if you are just waking up, especially on the West Coast, and you have not looked at your email, you did not see the post on our KGX community group, you can now set up your green wallet live. Set up your green wallet. Sometime today, our first coins are supposed to start hitting the wallet. I say supposed because there always can be glitches. And you know that old saying, whatever can go wrong will go wrong. I fully expect there to be some glitches. So if things don't look right, don't blow me up. I'm not customer service. I don't have the answer. Just be patient. Sit back. And let's see how things play out. So make sure you go to your email and follow the instructions. Very simple to follow to set your account up. Let's start by looking at the market right now. And I wish people, Brandon, can you do an instructional video? No, I can't, because that would entail me having to show the greenback office, and I am not jeopardizing that at all. No, 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 no. Heck no. Just follow the instructions. They walk you through it. The most important thing is, what is it, 24 keywords? Those 24 keywords that you need to write down to restore your key if the wallet is lost. Have multiple copies and put them in different areas so you don't lose it. Okay. CoinMarketCap is $115.5 billion today. That's $2.5 billion more than it was 24 hours ago. Bitcoin dominance dropped to 52.8%, which meant the altcoins got a rise in that new volume that hit. Bitcoin right now is still at 3485. It's still below 3500, which is letting me know the sucker's going to get down below 3000. At this point, for me, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. How long will it stay at this? I am hoping that we have at least one more soft cat bounce, come up to the 3700 range so I can move my stuff into Tether. But if not, if I see it go back to 3400, I'm going to just go ahead and move it into Tether anyway. I'll take that loss. I'll make it up in the trades. Ripple had a big jump, 9.8%. Wow, what caused that? Those of you, if you were day trading, you made some good money if you were paying attention to the chart. Ethereum's up 2.4%. EOS Bitcoin Cash is up 4.8%. Let's see. So the market's pretty much a little bit tilted in the green. Best performers: Ripple, Bitcoin Gold, Monacoin, BitShares, Bitcoin Cash, followed by Bitcoin SV. Worst performers: Holo, Ravine, Loopbrain, Maker, Augur, Electronium, Tron. That's not that bad. Let's look at more closely. I like the real-time data. What is this showing me? So let's look at this. Look at this upward movement. So it went from 3,400 to 3,460. That's a good 2% or so. I know the bot that was on there made some money. Four bars up. 1.1% positive. So yeah, the whole market's green except for status and Bancor. The high is 34.78. So we are approaching where the 24-hour high just was. 34.74. Or was that? So yeah, keep going up. I might have to just bite that, but if it gets to 35.50, I'll go ahead and make that move. All right, let's look in the news. Since we are talking about Ripple, what made Ripple's price go up? What made Ripple's price go up? Tommy says, can I get the green wallet and what link should I use, please? Tommy, did you order if you ordered a green rig, then you should have received an email from Green with instructions and a link to follow. In fact, hold on, let me see if I can, at least I can show the email. Where is it? God, was it late last night or early this morning? Give me a second. I can find this thing. Oh, here it is. All right, let me turn back on screen share. All right. It's here. It's finally here. Today is the day that Green releases. To be completely transparent, it's already in motion. Discovering blocks and charging the blockchain began at 11 p.m. Mountain Time on Friday. Thank you for your support in this project. We could not have done this without you. The time has come for you to enjoy the rewards that come with the support. But before you can begin receiving Green rewards, you will need to log into your account and complete the Green Smart Wallet setup. You cannot receive rewards without completion of the wallet setup. Even if you have set up a test wallet in the past, you must create a new one. Go here now to log in. So that gives you a link. It's actually share.green. That's what it is. All right. Share.green. Simply follow the prompts, and in a few minutes, you'll be set to receive your Green rewards. A clear warning: please take proper precaution with your security when completing the wallet setup. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a special KGX community live and read this to everybody, so I can kind of give some steps. So it'll be like a 5-minute one. But anyways, yeah, just check your email. Okay, so what's going on with Ripple? What made Ripple's gain 9%? At 0800 UTC, the Ripple USD was trading at 29 cents on Binance as the market sentiment kicked in. The pair posted 3 consecutive hourly sessions in green, taking the value to as high as 32 cents. Ripple had risen to 12.2% in comparison. Bitcoin surged at a modest 1.29%, and Ethereum gained 2.65% against the dollar. Swift brings the bulls. Brussels-based global giant Swift today announced that it would integrate R3's trade finance platform with its own global payment innovation solution. Speaking at the Paris FinTech Forum, CEO Gottfried clarified that the platforms would merely explore potential interconnectivity between their cross-border payment solutions. We are announcing later today a proof of concept with the R3 blockchain. on a trade where you can initiate a payment on the trading platform. And then it goes into GPI. Earlier, R3 had integrated Ripple Labs XRP token as an asset for their Corda platform. The organizations also partner with global banking giants such as Barclays and Royal Bank of Canada to test XRP for cross-border payments. However, in September 2017, R3 had dragged Ripple Labs into a legal dispute for violating a purchase agreement of 5 billion Ripple tokens. They later resolved the matter, and Ripple became the first. I got to be careful when I say this. I can't just say Ripple. I got to use XRP because there are two different things. So they later resolved the matter, and XRP became the first integrated cryptocurrency of R3's open source blockchain solution. XRP demand to go up. Lee Brandt expressed his reservations about XRP as a global asset to a cross-border payment network. The Swift executive said that banks remain hesitant to convert things into a cryptocurrency because of volatility. The biggest drawback of Ripple Labs, according to Lee Brandt, is their reliance on XRP. What? See, that's how bankers think. For those of you who don't know, the whole controversy with Ripple is that there's a company called Ripple and there's a coin called XRP. XRP was never mined. Okay? It's created. Airdrop. Company just did it. Pre-mined coin. So it's not decentralized as the other coins are. That's why they can't get the SEC to declare them not a security the same way the SEC said Bitcoin and Ethereum is not a security. Ripple's a different animal. It's designed for the banks. So I find it funny that the banks are saying, well, Ripple Labs we like, but I don't know if we like the XRP coin. Find that interesting. Now that the cryptocurrency comes as a part of the R3 deal, Swift would likely test it for its scalability and underlying volatility. This alone has excited bulls to speculate on the potential profitability XRP promises. Nevertheless, only a full-fledged integration would validate XRP's growing demand in the future. The involvement of Swift, for starters, could allow bulls to establish a strong floor for pricing. Matt Greenspan, a senior market analyst with eToro, a UK-based investment brokerage, earlier expressed his bullishness about XRP, saying it is a unique digital asset. In the same breath, the analyst also noted that the Ripple Labs holding a majority of tokens, banks, and investors would find it difficult to trust the project. And when they knock on the door of the bank says, tell us about it, they're going to say, why are you holding on to a majority? That will be a reservation, said Greenspan. That is true. That's why it's all, it's controversial. But at the time, 32 cents, at one point, Ripple was, what was it, over $3 a coin? That's what gets me excited about green. Imagine green hitting 30 cents, 40, 50 cents. Are you kidding me? Okay, I can say this because it's historical data. It's already on the freaking website. One machine at a two. This is just speculation. This is no guarantee. There is no price of the coin yet, so I am in dream mode. Let's say the price of the coin is 2 cents. I don't know. It might be half a cent. It might be 4 cents when it hits the exchange. But if it's at 2 cents, that means each machine as of today is doing about $4,400 a month in cash. The cost of the machine, $37.50. So you made your money back in the first month. Profit from there. What if it hits 10 cents a coin? I'm not talking about 4,400. We're talking maybe 40,000. What if it, I don't know, goes 50 cents a coin? That's why you heard people say one machine could change people's lives. Anyways, enough of Ripple. Let's go on to Fidelity. This is important. At the Bitcoin boot camp in Seattle, I briefly brought up a slide that talked about Fidelity. Let me put this link in the chat box. How Fidelity's Bitcoin custody launch in first quarter, that's the next 2 months now because January is basically over, crucially shows institutional demand still exists. On January 30th, Bloomberg reported that Fidelity, the world's fourth largest asset manager, is set to launch its Bitcoin custody service by the end of the first quarter, meaning the end of March. 3 sources who asked to remain anonymous reportedly said that the plans are still private, but the firm plans to introduce Bitcoin storage first, followed by Ethereum custody. Why Fidelity pushing forward what Bitcoin custody is meaningful? Why does it matter? As one of the biggest mutual fund operators in the U.S., Fidelity works with more than 13,000 financial institutions. It established its intent to penetrate into the cryptocurrency sector in late 2018, with the appointment of former chain president Tom Jessop as the company's corporate business development head. Since then, with the introduction of Fidelity Digital Assets in October of last year, the company has moved forward with its plans to help institutional investors invest in the emerging asset class. At the time, in an official statement, Fidelity Investment CEO and Chairman Abigail Johnson said, "Our goal is to make digitally native assets, such as Bitcoin, more accessible to investors. We expect to continue investing and experimenting over the long term with ways to make this emerging asset class easier for our clients to understand and use." Earlier this week, Fidelity told Bloomberg it is already working with a group of eligible clients to build a set of products that could efficiently handle the inflow of capital from traditional markets to cryptocurrencies. In the months to come, Fidelity emphasized that it will actively engage in discussions with its existing investors and strengthen the infrastructure supporting the asset class. We are currently serving a select set of eligible clients as we continue to build our initial solution. Over the next several months, we will thoughtfully engage with and prioritize prospective clients based on needs, jurisdiction, and other factors. Fidelity's statement read, "The focus on Bitcoin custody and institutional investors by Fidelity Investments comes in a time during which major companies in the cryptocurrency sector and the likes of blockchain and Coinbase are shifting to retail customers." In early January, the block reported that Instinet executive, I like that word, Instinet executive Jonathan Kellner is no longer joining Coinbase to lead institutional sales in a move that confirmed Coinbase's shift in interest from the institutional market to retail investors. Dan Romero, a Coinbase executive, said, "Jonathan is an exceptional leader, but it was the right decision for us to focus on this area of the market. Crypto is an incredibly fast-moving industry, and market conditions can change pretty quickly. We are focusing on the crypto fund area of the ecosystem." Blockchain, the most widely utilized Bitcoin and Ethereum wallet platform, also saw Jamie Selway leave his position as global head of institutional markets as the demand from institutional investors for cryptocurrencies reportedly declined. Fidelity's ambitious approach in targeting the institutional market in a period wherein an increasing number of companies are moving away from it shows the asset manager is confident in its ability to lure in institutional investors into the cryptocurrency market. Price doesn't matter for institutions. For institutional investors, as VanEck crypto head Gabor Gurbax previously said, it is crucial that the cryptocurrency market is equipped with regulated, transparent, and well-structured investment vehicles. That's what 2018 was all about, especially to firms that hold trillions of dollars. Gerbach said that it is of less importance whether Bitcoin is valued at $3,000 and $10,000. Large financial institutions are more focused on proper market structure than short-term price fluctuations. How do we properly value digital assets? How do we custody digital assets? Are there ETFs available with proper market and investor protection? Most large institutions do not really care if Bitcoin ends 2019 at 3,000 or 10,000. He said, that's true. See, people, the big boys, they don't care what the price of Bitcoin is right now. Their main goal is accumulation of coins. See, when people are talking about green, Brandon, how much money am I going to make? You're asking the wrong question. The focus should not be right now, how much money am I going to make? The focus is, how many coins can I accumulate? Because how much money you make is going to determine on when you decide to sell. You might make 50 grand, you may make 5 million off the same amount of coins. It just depends. There's someone who made $2 million on Bitcoin in the early days, but if he held it a little longer, he would have made 200 million. Don't worry about what the price of Bitcoin is, what the price of green is. How many coins can you accumulate? You start to get to 1 million. Here's a goal. You want to have and hold at least 1 million coins. At least 1 million coins. Why? Let's put you a little bit in dream mode for a second here. Pull out my calculator. All right. 1 million coins times 2 cents. That's $20,000. 1 million coins times 10 cents. Oops. That's $100,000 basically. 1 million coins times 50 cents. That's $500,000. You guys understand what I'm saying here? It's about the accumulation of coins, not how many coins can I get right now and sell them all. That's what rookies do. This is a long-term game plan, not a get rich quick. You guys play with the numbers. You go into your greenback office and look and see how many coins you've been accumulating, and then you turn around and you pull out your calculator and start doing some math. You know, what if you've got 25 million coins and it hits 30 cents one day? I don't know when, I don't know if, there's no guarantee it will, but what if it hits 30 cents? That's $7.5 freaking million. All right, anyways. Even if the bear market of cryptocurrencies is extended throughout the next few quarters, if large institutions continue to improve on the current structure of the market, the asset class could appeal to institutions in the long run. A good article there. Fidelity, 4th largest trading desk in the world. All right, let's go to international geopolitical news. Iran. What is Iran up to and how will it impact us? Iran. Iran pitches crypto real to 8 countries for transactions, avoiding U.S. dollar-led global commerce altogether. So, I mean, I haven't even read this article yet, but can we predict what country they probably pitched it to? I don't know, Russia, Syria, Afghanistan, India, Pakistan, North Korea, Venezuela. I mean, that's a no-brainer, right? Now, here's the deal. We're Americans. Well, most of us. And most of us from the West. It is not in our interest to allow Iran to have nuclear weapons, so we must do whatever we can possible to prevent that from happening. Americans just disagree on how to do that. You have the Obama administration and all of Europe wanted to make a deal. You have the Trump administration said all you're doing is kicking the can down the road. Let's forget that stupid deal because they're going to go for it anyway. They're not going to honor it, and let's sanction them to death, which we could try to force regime change by the people rising up to do a revolution. So I'm not debating right or wrong here. What's the right approach? But the common goal is the same. Now let's put ourselves in the Iranian's shoe. If you're an Iranian politician and you've got the biggest country in the world, just froze your bank account, your government's bank accounts, you can't do business around the world, and your people are about to scream bloody murder. What do you do as an Iranian politician? Number one, you start your nuclear program ASAP on the fast track. That's number one. Number two, you look for alternatives to be able to do international business around the world so your people don't starve. So what are they forced to look into since they can't use the US dollar? They can't trade with other countries because other countries don't want to be seen that they're breaking international law against the United States, doing business with Iran. You create your own currency and you make it crypto. And they're calling it the crypto real. Does that make sense? Is everybody with me so far? I try to break that geopolitics down in layman's terms. It is far more technical than that. I am a political science major, but I want to break that down in just basic terms so you understand what the playing field looks like, what the argument is on the table. Okay, so let's see what's happening here. Sanction hit Iran is negotiating the use of its state-backed cryptocurrency with 8 foreign countries, according to a Tehran Times report. The Middle Eastern nation had its representatives met with their counterparts from Switzerland. Oh, this is interesting. Let me look at these countries here. Switzerland, South Africa, France, England, Russia, Austria, Germany, and Bosnia. Okay, this is weird here. Why? Because of Switzerland, South Africa, France, England, Austria, Germany, those are all, most of those European countries. Now, if they were to do business with US dollar and stuff with Iran, they're breaking law and they're positioning themselves to piss off the United States that can then sanction them for doing business. See, when the U.S. put sanctions on Iran, they shut down SWIFT on them. No wire transfers, no international transfers. And that means that we will punish any country that doesn't do that. But we don't have any international law when it comes to cryptocurrency. So can these nations be punished for doing business with Iran with a currency that is not recognized by the IMF or it's not the US dollar? So you may ask, why would these European countries do this? Because they don't agree with Trump's policy of backing out of the nuclear deal. They thought it was a good deal. It's not their decision to back out. So they still want to do business with Iran. And the only way they can do that and avoid breaking any agreement they have with the U.S. and the international community is to do it by using crypto. Wow. Never in my life. I grew up as a kid in the 80s. Remember Iran-Contra? Remember the Cold War? Remember the Berlin Wall? The West versus the East? Communism versus democracy? United States versus the Soviet Union? All the allies from World War II versus the Axis? I've never in my life have I ever seen all of the allies splintered as we are right now. And I'm only 42. those of you that's older than me, the baby boomers especially, the baby boomers never saw this. So at the same time, the representatives also discussed how Iran would settle its global trades while hit by an international banking sanction. Digital Rial, as Tehran Times reported, was Madoudi's response, circumventing the U.S. dollar. The meeting between global representatives took place at the time when Western nations began favoring Iran. On January 29, 2019, the European Commission said that it would create a special purpose vehicle to assist European countries in bypassing the U.S. sanctions to work with Iran. Okay, who was it? What? So the 29th, that was yesterday. The European Commission said that it would create a special purpose vehicle to assist European countries in bypassing U.S. sanctions. Do you know how big that is? Okay, like I said, regardless of politics, regardless of if I agree with politics or not, as an American, I'm not having that. If I was the president, I would immediately be calling up all of the European ambassadors to the White House, and we're about to have a come to Jesus moment. And be like, look, we all know who top dog is right now. And if you decide you don't want to follow suit and get in line, there's going to be some consequences. Now, like I said, it doesn't matter whether I agree or not. Personally, I don't agree with the current direction of our international, how can I say this, right, without pissing people off, politics. I don't agree with it. I think we should have stayed the course we were already on. But at the same time, you have our allies that are looking to bypass what we want to. That directly puts United States interests at risk. Again, I'm not saying right or wrong. This is just a simple fact. I've never seen a split like this in my life. The move came after the Trump administration arm-twisted SWIFT, the global banking protocol for cross-border payments, to sever ties with Iran's central bank. The administration also ordered its allies. You hear that? The administration ordered its allies to stop doing business with Iran, which crippled Iran's oil, shipping, gas, and financial industry. So if the administration ordered the allies not to do business with Iran, yet our allies are creating a special purpose vehicle commission to bypass U.S. sanctions, that means we're at a standoff. This is gunfight at the OK Corral. This is West Side Story. And we've never been in this situation in the last 100 years. Maybe before World War I. Actually, you know what? There was a last standoff. If you know your history, when World War I was going on, the United States did not want to be involved at all. Europe's war. World War II, same scenario. That's Europe's war. The United States does not want to be involved at all, and the Europeans were begging us to get involved. And we're like, that's your problem. That's the last time that was, that's after World War I, because we had our allies at the time. We would send supplies. And every now and then the U-boats would sink some of our ships. But again, like they didn't specifically declare war on us until Pearl Harbor happened. And you've got debate on whether Pearl Harbor was allowed to happen so that we can have an excuse to get into the war. That's up for debate. Bottom line was Pearl Harbor happened. We came into the war, into history. But since then, we have not had a split like this, openly defiant split in our lifetime. But now with the European Commission taking an active stand in favor of Iran, the U.S. is threatening to go after its own allies. Man, this is actually scary time. The news is not covering this as it should. Oh, it's worried about the wall, what Donald Trump is doing, the Mueller investigation. There's bigger things taking place right now. This is shattering. The choice is whether to do business with Iran or the United States, Representative Senator Tom Cotton told the AP. You know why I'm afraid of this? The Europeans would have never thought to go against the United States because the United States is where the money is where the capital is. But the fact that they feel confident and emboldened to say, you know what, we don't need America anymore. We can stand on our own 2 feet. We can do business. We can actually go after our own interests and not worry about if it's also America's interest. Screw America. This is what's in the best interest of the European Union, of Germany, France. Now you understand why you see the UK backing out with Brexit. They'll always stand with the United States. But France, Spain, the others, they are millennia older than the U.S. They're ready to stand on their own 2 feet. And we saw what happened last time they did that, World War I and World War II. This is very interesting, very scary. Amidst the growing uncertainties among Western nations, Iran took the opportunity to pitch an alternative intergovernmental financial network that would bypass the U.S. dollar. Anti-U.S. sanction group. Iran's crypto rial expects to gain momentum among the nations that are also under the U.S. sanctions. The Blockchain Iranian Illicit Finance Act, introduced by U.S. Senator Ted Cruz, mentions China, Russia, Turkey, Venezuela. Didn't I just name them countries? As potential countries that might aid and adopt crypto rial. Russian President Vladimir Putin also indicated that they were actively working. Of course they are. Of course. On November 14th, Iran signed a bilateral blockchain agreement with Russia and its neighboring country, Armenia. The move also comes as a reminiscent of a global economic power shift initiated by China. The sun is setting on America. You don't know how hard it is for me to say that. It hasn't set yet, and it can be reversed. We have not been here since over 70 years. China is going to be the new global economic power. A year later, President Xi Jinping said in October 2017 that China would prioritize the internationalization of the yuan. A year later, the European Central Bank exchanged $611 million for the Chinese currency. It was a small shift, but nonetheless, it proved that Chinese yuan was beginning to break the hegemony of the US dollar. Look at the words they used, hegemony. How soon you forgot that it was the US dollar in America that saved all your asses in World War II. Now it's hegemony, huh? Meanwhile, China is also developing a central bank-backed digital currency. On the political front, it remains in a trade war with Trump-led U.S. Look, it ain't no secret I'm not a Trump fan, but I am an American. And I will always back my country, regardless of who the president is. I'll call out things that the president is doing that's just idiotic. But we are America first. And I know we don't have everybody listening to me is not American. So I am not putting down any other nation. I'm actually showing empathy and sympathy that I understand. I understand why the European Union is doing what they're doing. I understand why Iran is doing what they're doing. I understand why China's doing what they're doing. If I was in their shoes, I would be doing the same exact thing. It's a new world. We are living in the birth and the beginning of a huge shift. It has happened before. It will happen again. Nations come and go. Empires rise and fall. We are on a shift of where our place is in the world and what global power is going to look like. The only thing that I can say for certain is that it will not be as it was before. I don't know what it's going to look like outside of the technology. I understand the technology, but the global power, the geopolitics, I don't know what that's going to look like when all is said and done and how it's going to get there, whether it's through an economic revolution, a political revolution, or a military revolution. What's for certain is that a revolution is coming. It's coming one way or another. Now, off that doom and gloom stuff, as soon as I'm done with this live, I'm going to be shifting to our KGX community group. And I'm going to do another live, and I'm going to read the green email and give my suggestions about it to everybody. So that's going to be almost immediately after I hang this up. It'll be a Facebook Live in the group. Since it's not scheduled, so I'm not going to shoot an email out for everybody. They can always come back to the page and see it. There'll be a recording of it. You're right, Mr. King. That's my example of the river of money scenario. Same with politics. The river of money. Linda says, I love hearing info grind through your brain. Yeah, but again, because basically I'm thinking out loud, right? I'm thinking out loud while I'm saying this. Anyway, today is the last day of January, which also means you've heard me talking about the SIM cards, eliminating your cell phone bill, crypto phones. The crypto cell phone war is coming. Another network marketing company just added cell phone service of some kind to it. It's coming. It's unavoidable. I told you I'm going to be right smack dab in the middle of it, one way or another. But today is the last day to be able to get the SIM cards for $300. No more cell phone bill. No more cell phone bill. The last day is not going to happen again. I'll give you a direct link. I'll just type it in the chat box. thefreesale.com. That just goes direct. No capture page or nothing. HTTP. Put that in here. thefreesale.com. Now something new has been added. A calculator. What? Error. Try again. Why didn't that work? Let me see. Why is that not working? All right, let me do it this way then. www.thefreesale.com. Huh. I don't know why that's not working. Well, I can go ahead and just put a direct link in. I'm the host. I should be able to put in whatever I want. That should be no problem at all. So I'll just put the direct link in since you don't know if it's GoDaddy or whoever wants to have a problem. But I want to show you guys something though. This is brand new. I thought was really, really cool. Let me show you this. Finally, no more cell phone bills, unlimited mobile freedom for 5 years, talk, text, data. You can port your number over, but here's what I like. I'm going to give you an example of my household. I spend $343 a month on a cell phone bill for, I would save in 5 years $19,380. You see that? I would be stupid. I would be financially irresponsible. That's a savings of $323 a month. Well, obviously, what they kept it in because I had to pay for 4 SIM cards. That's a savings of $323 a month. What could I put that $323 to? How about my crypto portfolio? How about my Forex trading desk that's about to launch, KGX? And then the crypto trading bot. Buying coins and sitting and holding on to them. It's just crazy. So today is the last day to get it for $300. Now, it's still going to be a good deal after that. So Mafuz, did you say that the green video you're doing in the group will be live? Yeah, it's going to be live. In fact, I'll do it at the top of the hour. It's 9:45 or 42 right now. I'm about to log off. So I'll put it in the chat box in the KJS community group at 10 a.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be short, only maybe be about 10 minutes. We're going to talk about green. You see that? Let me see that one more time. That's $19,380, 5-year savings. You kidding me? But you're going to start hearing a whole lot from the cell phone industry, crypto, blockchain. And another person asked, Brandon, why are you excited about that? And I said this yesterday. My goal and mission is to bring crypto awareness to the masses. And I'm a salesman, not just a networker. I know how to sell. And if I want to get mass exposure, then you got to go to where people are. That's why I can't wait when KGX, we have our mobile app, because it's mobile. It puts KGX in front of people's face because they're on their phone 24/7. 40% of an average American adult's waking hours is spent in front of a screen, whether it's their computer, tablet, laptop, but mostly their cell phone screen. Their cell phone screen. Stan, you can't get into the KGX community group. Ooh, people sending me stuff. Hold on here. The KGX community group. Right? Hold on. KGX community. Let's double check and make sure that you are actually in this group. Stan Williams. But this is a group I'm going to be doing a live at the top of the hour. So I'm going to have to log off real quick so I can get the word out so people can hop on. Well, you know what I will do? Let me change this up. I'll do it at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. That gives people time to hop on. Stan Williams. You're not in this group, Stan. Wow. Well, you are now. All right, Stan, you're good. You're in the group now, so you're good. How are you not in this group all this time? All right, everybody. That's going to be at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific in the KGX community group. We're going to talk about green. Everybody have a great day. I hope you learned something new. As always, that is the point. 19, let me do this. Somebody else, give me, how much money are you spending? Type it in the chat box. I want to play with this. How much money are you spending on your cell phone service every month? Somebody give me a number. How much are you spending a month, and how many phones is tied to that contract or that amount that you're spending on a monthly basis? I've got 4 phones, spending about $343 a month with Verizon. Dan says 260 for 2 phones. Okay, let's put that in there. 260 for 2 phones. That's a $250 savings per month, $15,000 in 5 years. $15,000 for 5 years. Elijah says $90 with 1 line. Okay, put that in there. $90 and 1 line. $5,100 in savings in 5 years. See, I'm like Bethany now. What she liked when I did at the Bitcoin boot camp, and I did a visualization of the world's money and the blocks and where crypto is. When you see numbers, when you see this visualized, it makes sense, right? Rich King says, okay, $283 and 4 lines. That's $15,780 in savings. $70 and 1 line. $3,900 in savings. $300 and 5 lines from the foods. $16,500 in savings. $245 for Lorna. $245 and 3. $13,800 in savings. Do you get it now? I'll put the link in here one more time. It's a no-brainer. That's a car note, some people. All right, everybody. Again, special KGX only. Got to be a member of KGX. 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. We're going to talk green. KGX Community Group. Have a great day, everybody. God bless. Bitcoin Brandon out. Bye-bye.